interesting.
Sky or even
Maybe it just needs a bit
Silva,
more time
and
then.
you want the
We'll keep an
flashes
eye
as
on
well.
it.
But oftentimes, if we see a Jet, we kind of think about pairing it with the Breach, right?
Because when I
combos
looked at
off the
like,
Flashpoint.
if you thought of just making a team in Turkey, and I think that's a good, I think that's a good base example of it.
He'd be
I
on the
felt
race
like,
for sure, and then maybe
I don't know, I feel like I could make
that, but
4
seems to stick with
insane
the Sky.
teams.
I think this
Probably more.
leads me to believe that they're going to want to get
Like,
pretty
it would be such a
aggressive
hard
on the back of
decision
that
making,
Sky utility potentially, and like we were
like
talking
making
about,
a
maybe
team. And I feel like everyone in
get more
BBL and
active
everyone in Foot
around the
should
Cypher
feel
utility
like they
like
have
Trailblazers
to.
and things like that.
The only
Everyone
thing
in
I
Foot
could
and
really
BBL should
see
feel like
here
there
is
is about
also what
5
we've
people in
often seen
theory
from
that could
the
replace
T1
them,
team, right,
because
where
there's
Carbon
so
plays
much good
Sky,
up
and
and
then you
coming
see Zayn on
talent
the Harbor, so you
in.
send those
in
wall
Turkey.
smokes as we would like to see.
It
and then
should,
guiding
in
light
theory,
through that,
with
which
how
that's something
popular
that
the
Breach
game
cannot
is in
do. So if
Japan,
you
it
look at
should be the same
Viper
for
might be used
the
to cut up
Japanese
the map
teams.
on your initiation, and then as Suggest goes in, then the Brimstone's going to be the one who actually smokes for the execs. We'll have to wait and see what DFM's plans are.
All right, with that, we are ready to start map 2. We've got GENG versus Detonation Focus.
I have no idea what.
ready
Yeah,
here to go.
there's honestly
Let's
like
go over
6
to the
good
casters,
Turkish teams at the
Achilles
moment,
and Quack.
including
Tell
Foot
us,
and
how is this going to play
BBL.
out?
I don't know. I don't really care. I'm here to be entertained and to entertain. That's all I care about. So give me a good map. Result doesn't matter. That's about where I'm at.
I think so too, I guess. No, I kind of feel like this would be more towards Gen G's side, just because these are the exact same map that they played last week against our RQ. We've seen them do a lot. We've seen them adapt really well, and it's the exact same composition too.
Oh, okay, so it's more just like casual base.
Ego. Yeah, even subbing him in, he's kind of like the map specialist for them, and Sylvan as well, I think, on the previous one. So I feel like just because this has been repeated, they've had more practice on it. DFM are in for a rough ride.
Oh, I have to say,
And they go to Instant Cafes majority of the time.
There is plenty of tape to watch from GenG on this
Oh,
map.
interesting.
This is where we did see RQ push them the most.
Yeah, I didn't really know
picking
that.
up 9-round victories for themselves. So given that you have that example, you have them versus Loud in their only match.
Okay,
in Sao
one
Paulo,
frenzy each.
DFM,
This just decided
have
to
they
change.
been
One
able to
frenzy
study and
frenzy
really,
each.
download
GenG on
what
defense,
strategies are going
DFM
to
on
look
attack.
for GenG, because we're not seeing any adjustments. It is the same composition. But
This is the same
I
wall they
think that
used
also
last time. I
GenG
liked it a
probably
lot.
gonna be slightly taken aback by what is facing them on the other side.
Okay, and just
Given
using this to block
how
off everything as well.
Has continued to
I
perform
like both
on
the walls.
Raze, I think that I would also be surprised to see him on this
Stun
jet.
at the
That is the
beginning.
flip side of that coin,
No,
but
saving the stun, so just
DFM right
contact
now,
off
starting
this
things
one.
off already pretty safe. Their first time.
We said the camera up here, we had a
Fractured
flash, and then now, so we had a flash over towards Dish. So they wanted to try and create pressure over towards Dish with this flash. They laid take with the smoke. This is looking nice at the moment. Problem for DFM is there's 3 people here, but they will feel like with the flash that they've created some pressure.
There's the flash in. They try to go for the push, and they are perfectly ready for it. Dort gets
Hey, this
open,
is a
Dog
nice pistol
connects.
from them.
He going out in the corner and Suggest.
It's a really
I
nice
mean,
pistol.
You should just never use anything
Just
that
has to
isn't a
kill
ghost.
2 minimum.
Clicks heads. GS though looking to do
Okay,
much
it's
the
done.
same, but it's shut down by the master. 2 kills.
It
for
was a
Suggest
really
in the
cool
round.
pistol,
The
this
site's
one.
broken open. Only 2
I wonder
players
if they had a
left
different
alive.
reaction for
But
if this
GenG
flash
is
that
they
they
will
did
try
at the
to
beginning
engineer a
hit
retake.
someone.
It'd be tough for them to do that though. They're gonna have to start things off well, and
Well,
they do.
that's one isolated. That's one isolated.
Whoa,
Oh
what
boy, it's a
shot.
2-on-2.
Are you joking?
They gave him 2
That is just
one-on-ones.
nasty from
A little bit
Godhead. Now
isolated.
Zephyr
Didn't
gives his
as
location
much as
away.
they complemented the original
down
plan,
on
the
the
after
Godhead.
plants, and the plan after that wasn't the best so
Like
far.
we just did, at a disadvantage, but they're storming through into the smoke. Godhead traded out.
Oh!
Oh, they both ran out of bullets. Nagaji's low, but he still will win it out.
Okay, well,
kills.
they stuck the landing. That's all that
Japanese
matters.
Viper.
Stuck the landing.
And
21
Detonation
HP came
will
down
yet
to just
again
whoever hit their
take the
bullet.
opening pistol
Oh
round.
my goodness.
Playing it a little bit safe. He actually
Love the
doubles
pistol
back,
plan, but the
further
actual
back
plan
in towards
afterwards could be a
A-main.
lot better. Like everyone
Expecting
swing
that
off
push.
my
I feel like if
contact
this
double
were
swing.
an SEA team, it would've been
It
a
just
knife
felt
fight
like it was
instead,
missing
but
that extra
that's
step.
what a flick. Yeah, the way that they actually start off getting contact into A main, and like you mentioned, Suggest as the Ghost Master just comes in and absolutely John Wick in it.
All right, back to the pop-offs we go. As it's a clean start. GenG, no real investments aside from a little bit of util and then a sheriff here for TS. Now he's playing
Alright,
solo
in terms
over at
of
A.
this,
And
heavy
that is where
priority
contact is
of
about to
the
come
rifles, but they buy
Everybody
2 into it, so
on the
Instead of doing the rifle pistol, they decide to get 2 guns on top of this, and their bonus will be whatever they keep alive, really, with plus sheriffs.
On the edge, spotted.
Not
Maybe
a
he didn't
quid.
realize that his arm was exposed either way. Suggest finds himself another kill.
Same protocols from DFM, like what we saw on Lotus. A little bit safe. They get the initial contact and then waterfall onto the site off of utility. In fact, this smoke is really good from Zenfree. Blocks off so much that GENG doesn't quite have the range to make use of those classics.
Yeah. I mean, this basically should already be the
Okay.
call. To just
Every
group
kill
up,
from
get
GENG
ready
is
for
pretty
the spike to
important.
explode.
If they decide to
Not
go
give
for them.
anything else over, because Takajay, 3 charges.
They all have
Zenfree as
classics.
well,
they
3
could
charges
definitely
towards
just
that
sit and
orbital.
spawn and
Suggest
accept
is
it.
3 away from his blades.
Expensive buys too. You don't want to lose any of those weapons.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I think it
double
depends on
Vandal
maps.
Plus a Guardian. Quite a bit of money put in here for DFM. And it seems
I'm not
incredibly
entirely
likely
sure.
They should be able to hold all of them.
A little bit of noise from here. They know.
Yep. Just wait for the spike to explode.
Not much else going to go on in this round. GENG definitely making the call to dive at a spike. They get the round loss bonus. But overall impressed by DFM. All it took in this round was that first initial hit on towards TS.
Yeah.
Who,
No, this is an
perhaps a bit
EMEA,
of
but
a
you have to
blunder
ask after
by
seeing all the
Poison
EMEA
Cloud.
teams, which team do you think will go
But
to
you have
Tokyo?
to admire how
Oh.
DFM are actually approaching this. They start off the rounds just sitting still in spawn.
Navi,
anticipating pushes from GENG,
Fnatic,
and
not
then
in this order.
bits by bits, they
Vitality,
actually move up.
and then
Going off of
Koi,
Flawless.
Koi or
Yeah, very
Liquid,
nice way
depending
to
if Liquid can do some
snowball
crazy
effect
comeback.
going.
They might be able to
Maybe
dish
Liquid
out
will
for the
be
damage
there,
this
but
round, given that
pretty
they
confident
have
in these
bought up
top 3.
expensive weapons from the previous one.
4th
Yeah.
spot, I'm not too sure.
Oh, it's fully possible. Last second change. TS goes for the Vandal instead of the Phantom. Oh.
If Liquid keeps showing the improvement, then
First
I
time that the
will
change
feel a
comes
lot
up here,
more.
they get quite a bit of space
lot more
over at
confident
A main,
in them.
however. And with those shots flying towards Goddead, that should give them quite a bit of information. Holding flash out, spots him. Forces an updraft from Suggest, but no opportunity to really try to take a shot. Voids damage.
Oh,
during the
okay.
fight. King as well.
Full.
In tower with him. They need to get broken out. King, what a snap. Does manage to find Suggest, shuts him down. Goddead rushing over top of the molly.
Crazy.
Does fall to it.
Crazy
Managed
guy.
to
This is some
trade
good
it
damage though.
right back
But
into their, or not into their favor, but to even it up. Spotted one. Gun barrel betraying Rada. Meteor finds it. The blast back entry onto the site finds the second.
Oh, Zenfree.
And now Zenfree's interrupts.
okay,
the
nicely
position.
handled. Good damage
Still
though.
though, not bad from the side of DFM.
Yeah,
Three
3
weapons taken away.
and 1 armor
All three of them
rebuy is really
basically
good
broke.
damage.
Just 100 credits on Goddead as the round ends, but GENG, they at least managed to pick up the round win.
Still a good start from DFM, but you have to admire how this side was held, how there was a tiny bit of damage and Goddead just being so aggressive that he flashes out and hops over that incendiary to find a little bit extra, and Meteor to clean things off as well. I mean, I just want to draw a bit of attention to some statistics because Goddead had 18 assists against RRQ on this map.
Oh yeah, it was incredibly strong. His performance was great. I mean, not only just on this map, but across the entire series, it was just so very clean.
Okay, the pressure from this forces them back and they just take this. A nice tree pressure, question mark created. Changing up their wall for this hit as well. Nice reaction at the moment from DFM. Important round for them. It's actually just a massive swing round for everyone. So important round in terms of how this map is going to go.
Towards the A site. Same default positions. Only thing is, can TS actually hold it up?
Navi? Yeah, Navi will be fine.
Down, Suggest dashing in ahead of that aftershock, finds TS. Now the defensive smoke's taken away. Meteor in position. Gets
I like
Rada, but
Navi's
instantly
approach,
traded by
even though
Suggest,
I don't
still
think
sat on
the
that high ground. Orbital
Gecko
Zenfree,
looks
shows
great.
it. He basically has no
Trying
regard,
comps,
or no
and then
thought
I
that
think they change it up
GENG's
for
even
either
going to be in a
playoffs
position
or
to
the actual
widen
LAN
use it.
itself
It
is
still does have a molly
it's a
and
pretty
2
good
snake bites.
approach for
So
the
I guess
actual
their
split
post-fight
itself.
Still quite good, but
I really think that
normally
they
you'd
don't
see
use
this
Gecko at the LAN.
pushing in, they're trying to get underneath, flash out, but Suggest is in front of it. Now they know. Tap on the spike, there's the Molotov going, tries to get the spray transfer. White thrown in as well, and Eco eats a bit. That's about all he can take. As the next
Yeah,
fight
nicely
comes
done.
in, and this round is done and dusted.
They're really on
An
for
extra
this.
kill for him would have been nice, but none to be found.
3
DFM
guns
still
as
up 3 to
well.
1.
A lot of it, again, still just DFM, and a little bit clipped by the spike, but all good. They have the money. They
Navi
can
confident
buy
they're going to
back
make
up,
playoffs? Yeah.
and they are able
If you're Navi, you just need to
really
make sure that you
explode
just
on
don't
the
come
side
sick.
with some of these set plays.
You just don't want to play Fnatic.
GENG just getting booted over a little bit, and then with a rotation over on.
Wait, did one of them die to the spike?
Pretty
Nice
massive
spirits.
contrast in the voice line, the voice comms from today compared to
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
A lot more high-spirited and kind.
We're here to have a good time.
Okay, time for them to stack
GENG
up some money.
now, maybe a little bit rougher, but they're looking for a fight. They're pushing out and clearing out Dish, clearing out the other side of attacker spawn.
This is kind of nice.
Forward.
They walk,
Just the triple stack site.
they
The
walk
overall abandoned.
face
I think
and get full info
real attention towards A main.
into the top side.
Eco to go back over, try and scout things out, but
So they can get a lot of people
Now
here.
begins.
Raze is going to go here that we have
Taking
4.
a bit of damage, knocked down to 76.
I mean, that
0
knife
point
hit a lot.
will connect, and now they start shipping it over towards A, where I mean, Meteor needs to get there soon.
Okay, they're going fast with this one. Stim back in. The Raze might get hit with the nade in time. And
The rotation's over.
Oh my God! They
That's
just
crazy.
check it.
The
Says,
wall
yeah, I
system
bet you he's
possession.
right here, and he is. What a read!
as long as we don't see the Raze, I'm kind of fine.
Just
They might want to do damage, so
Absolute
I understand if they want to
gamer.
use it, but...
Spike planted.
the showstopper at the ready. But
Oh, they look
now it's not.
they look kind of strong at the moment. I like just...
Suggest is a Chad gamer.
First of all, I like just being able
Every
to
time you say that,
cancel
his
this.
chin grows wider.
They realized something was up. I like how they handled this, and I like the fact that
gamer.
they're just spamming the top of the site as well.
Ever-loving hell out of it.
Looking pretty
And
decent
God
into
dead
this
now,
one.
Nothing more to be done. The death
You
will
can
go ahead
kind
and
of see
hand him the
a
null
good amount of
command,
the prep coming in.
But I don't know if DFM is going to be willing to give him that
It feels like
peaceful
it definitely
send
felt
off.
like GENG knew
to
Lotus
Spike,
was
or
going to
if they
get
wanna
picked, and it felt like
Rip the life
DFM
from him.
knew Fracture was going to get
I might
picked.
rip the live. You get an extra alt point for that, but all good. Still a win. And they play it safe. They don't lose any weapons. And Suggest is indeed a Giga Chad.
Yeah. All right. Well, 4-1. A flawless
Should go
round.
for 4th seed.
There,
Don't you
round
have to
5 is-
play?
Yep. Knew that
Don't you
was
have to
coming.
play Fnatic
Smile
earlier if you
again,
do that?
just saying,
Not happy.
guys, what the hell's going on here? Pump the brakes a little bit for a
I think
second.
as long as you, as long as you just
I mean,
get
to be
to
fair,
top 4 of
they
playoffs, it doesn't really
quite
matter.
have weapons
You only have
this
to win
round,
one game,
so
right?
seeing some little things to adjust. Suggest sitting pretty on 9 kills.
Yeah,
has
after
been
this I need
the
to,
MVP
so
so
after
far
this I'm
this
just
map.
uploading all the NA demos from
GENG,
last night,
I
and then
mean,
the
with the win
paperwork
that they
demos
set
afterwards.
themselves up, it's always TS up on A. We got King coupled by Goddead on to B tower.
There's a world where
It's a good
Fnatic
little bit of vibrant
don't,
utility.
if
The
they
toxic
can't
screen
get
that
alpha there
actually can
any
play
earlier.
around and be used to block off any potential
The
pushes.
BBL game was kind of
But
close.
the early bits of aggression kind of doesn't really net them all too much. And what I want
Nah,
to
I'm doing
see
it
from
after
GENG
this.
actually
No take.
is more map control. They need to fan out. They need to push past some of these spots, especially because this is Fracture. You've got so much
I
space
think
to
they're
work
still
with.
doing the 6-man
And if you
roster.
look
It's
at how
just not one of
DFM
his maps.
actually approaches this map, it's very safe, it's very slow, it's very careful. They are always grouped up together. You rarely ever see an incredibly fast split push. You rarely ever see players up on all sides of the map. They're always together as a 5-group gang.
Yeah, I mean they've just been roaming like. a
Heretics
pack of
did well
wolves.
after having like some
Ripping
demos
apart
though,
the-
and there's
It's not
definitely a
a lot
lot
of
of
map
demos
respawn
out there
to
for
do
Fnatic.
Yeah.
But
that
is Fnatic like as
It's not
one
that
dimensional
nation.
as K-Corp? No,
They haven't really needed
not
it. The brute
by
force has
a
been
long
working.
shot.
That's what I mean. If Gen G can do something else and
Okay, they go for a
get away with
4-1,
map control, get
just
some
waiting for
information,
some kind of aggro.
might be able
In
to
terms of this round, very important for Gen G
pick
to
out
win
the
it.
alpha.
Money's low.
That's-
Yeah,
This
dude,
is
if
one
they
of the
lose
biggest splits
this,
that
we
we've
get a
seen. It's why
6-1
they
and money's
just
just
one
there for
player
the rest of the
decided
half.
to stay on south side.
Walk contact again. This is gonna work. If they
Flash in
if they
towards
catch the
A,
timing
see
here, it
anything,
might
and
work.
in a row.
It's the right
rope.
side to spam this.
Do they spot him?
What's the timing like?
No, he's
my God.
he was right there.
Oh, he got gifted
man, I
one.
think I finally realized
He got
right at the
gifted
last
one.
second.
Again, this is where you want to push for this one. This is where you want to push for this one.
Oh, spots plenty, but doesn't get the does not get that nullify. And I mean, look at this. They make contact with one person, and then they just say,
Okay,
okay,
they at least got all info for
Back up
this.
your bags.
There's
Continue to catch
the one person though,
by
the one
themselves at
person
your
like
site.
fake and the
Just
one
got a
person bit of
showstopper.
sound is so
Does.
good right now. It keeps
Gonna use
4
it,
people
sends it
here.
close, doesn't find the
Boy,
kill, he
nice
takes it just
movement.
so very low. Now the volley at his feet. Meteor will be able
Meteor
to
did
find one,
great.
30 seconds left.
Trades
He
it
can
back.
calm the low
Because
HP
they have
as
this
well, so
guy.
they should feel very
Anthem's
confident to
not
this.
here right
Keep an
now.
eye on the
He's gonna
sky.
try to go backstab.
The sky lark is good, and
He'll
this
suggest.
position from
Instead,
Reacher
right up,
is...
waiting up top.
Could have got
Just
more.
rope, ends up
Keep an eye on the
trading
sky
one.
still.
Anthem still on that big flank of his
Anthem
entire
is the
career.
one.
The rest of Gen G trying to push
Oh,
up front.
Yeah, everyone's just trying to stay
Look at that
alive.
spot where they can
I like
actually
the
just
idea
make
of the
the
Astra
box,
Suck.
get a little bit of tap
Sky
damage
should be
through.
good for
Anthem
2
in the
here.
corner, Goddead, good for the headshot.
Ooh,
Take it down.
went too early in my mind.
That's all
No
it
trigger
suggests. It's
discipline,
not
just
played
insta
for
shot the first person.
No. Single
I think that
boot,
might
that's
cost
it.
them. Yeah, that cost them.
Okay.
Sky could have
Down to
trigger
the wire,
disciplined this
push to
in
the
my
brink.
opinion. I think we'll get a maybe we get a
will be
replay of it.
King getting the defuse,
But
building up that Viper's
it wasn't planted for him. It was fine. They still
second
hadn't
round
like
victory.
fully
Man, if they
crossed
didn't have to
though.
work for it. I think that Goddead might have had his ult canceled. Yes, he did.
Like if the comms were good, the person on the side, I don't know. In my opinion, he definitely
Kind
could
of
have
the
waited
thing
there.
for Gen
I'm not
G
saying
to
it's fully
go
his
in with,
fault,
though.
but
Start things off with a showstopper, maybe not really connecting, but it does buy enough time for the rest of the team to arrive on site. And when Gen G are together in a retake like this, everyone on the same page,
They're gonna rush.
it's gonna work.
They're saying, okay, enough of this nonsense.
okay, massive round in terms of the econ for this. Gen G have a chance to now get them over towards eco. Knife
I don't know if they've taken
hits.
it yet. They're actually just sitting here.
Looked like the knife
They
hit
could wait for these nebulas to
everyone,
dissipate.
but
Eventually just
I didn't see any map
counter
control and
aggressive
they're
attack
wary
could
of
be
this, so
made.
I guess it hit like 3, maybe 4.
God, that's the angle.
Oh,
Oh,
just
man.
gets out on 11
Oh,
HP.
reaction. Not enough to find that kill, but God, that's so very low.
You can see that every time there's a little bit of contact, though. Rada is always checking his spy cam up on the other side of spawn, considering maybe going for that rope push, but now just going through tunnel instead.
Work their way across.
Knife goes in over towards ramp. It sees no one, so with
Completely
that
cut
info, they
noise.
3-stack here. So
Yes, I mean,
DFM have a good
concerned that,
chance.
they have taken
2
that
people
rope.
on this site.
Not worried or not
One
even
person on this
thinking
site,
about the prospect
and he
that
has
they have all
11
just gone
HP.
down through the underpass. That fight
That
doesn't
might.
go past Goddead. Okay, well, just to push out and find one, but now
30
Suggest
seconds
looking to replicate that.
Oh
and he
my
will.
goodness, it's a full buy round. We see double
Meteor
shorty
taking
kills.
out Goddead still alone in tower. And here comes the reveal to just add insult to injury.
Oh, rolling thunder.
Drops
though.
down, tries to grab the gun. Doesn't manage to do so, gets himself back up top inside a tower. Anthem was stunned. And
There's no
swinging
way,
in at
right?
Jen, finds the kill. King,
There's no
another,
way.
just taken out. Now the last 2 members contained over on this side.
Enemy
They get it to
remaining.
half.
King is
again,
incredible.
trying to hold the line. This time he
Wow, they
falls,
got the
and
defuse.
Reyna
They managed to get the defuse.
will
King
be
is
able to take them
incredible.
across the
How the
line.
hell did they win this
Wait, no,
round?
they held it. They held it. They held it.
There was
They
one
actually-
person
they
on
actually held
site
it, and that's
with
me being
11
stupid.
HP.
No, I'm with you. I'm stupid as well, but
They were so scared.
this is something that always makes me
Chat,
nervous.
they were
watching
so
DFM
scared
these
of the
post-fight
shorty
scenarios. They
that
always
even though the
evaluate
11
site,
HP
whether
call
or not
comes
it's
in.
because of utility.
Actually, I
They
guess the
kinda
call
give
never
up
came in,
so much
right?
space that they want to go in for these duels off the peak on the spike. It allows for Gen G, similar to what we saw
Chat, who
at
did
the end
damage?
of the
Who
last
did damage
map,
to God Dead? Do we know?
sticking the
I can't
defense all
remember.
the way through.
Well,
I can't remember if they actually knew about it or
Blackcaster,
not.
but,
Oh my goodness, that's nice
I
though.
mean, Radiant suggests. Absolutely incredible. Nearly gets TS as well. And again, Shorty comes out. Expecting him to be.
Oh,
He doesn't check right.
teammates there to back up though. And everyone rotated over
What
onto 8.
the hell
Radiant
is
make mistakes
this?
sometimes, Suggest it's okay.
Just covered by smoke, Seth. You can't possibly have
Money's in the bin after
Yeah.
this one.
Well, looks
Cut
a bit
noise
silly
again.
at the end of it. But again, I mean, look at this. They're just going to cut noise.
Still really doable. Really nice calling from DFM. Again, they got the 2 kills. Just trying to see if anyone pushes to get some info, and also at the same time making it look like they've gone back. Knife goes in, it gets shot.
Now they do.
At least, that's good info.
Oh boy, okay.
He handled this insanely well.
Eco avoids taking damage. Flash goes out.
It's just a little bit too much on top, especially as the crossfire was here.
Line up Goddead.
He did like all the hard work and then kind of just threw it away a little bit. I didn't see if there's any extra util there, but it didn't feel like that needed to happen. Oh, they put the counter
Oh,
roll
this
into
is bold. But the trap is there. Double traps. He can't push into this. He has to wait for them to go away.
Put the counter roll to the counter all in
Clears up.
2v3 when his mate was 10 HP.
So close to spamming down Rada. And suddenly start wondering, was this a tad too much? Everybody else is outside of his pit. The decay damage not there, and Zenfree will spot him. The barrel.
It's a nice round for DFM. It's massively impactful in terms of this though. GENG cannot string too many together. They just can't get their economy good.
They make a little bit of contact and then they stop pumping the brakes. They just cut that noise. GENG had no idea.
Yeah, that was really sick.
It's just fantastic. A fantastic entry from Suggest. I think this is what the desk was talking about. They're like, okay, they've got this Jet Sky. Is it just going to be these deep dive engages? And that's what we have been seeing. And he just keeps doing it. Suggest.
I was gonna say, how's there no trade here? Ult's gonna go in. Just 2 over towards the site. Okay, they're gonna think there's one more here after that, but it's gonna go spawn now. How many can they keep alive? Because it's looking like 4 at the moment. Money for the rest of the last 3 rounds.
Is worth noting, GENG, their win versus RRQ on this map, the lion's share of their rounds picked up on the attacking side. It's an 8-4 half. Still, this is not a great indicator.
Oh, securing this one.
What is to come in the second?
Hey, they look really prepped on this map.
Anthem, put a little bit more damage in. Yep, grab the gun. Looks like he's going to try to play this and at least take some more out of their hands. There's the bite. And now it becomes fairly hopeless. He's hammed. And Rada
3 guys need to swing 1 by 1. Yeah, a little bit. They were just waiting for the... I mean, it was nice being in the off angle, honestly.
Looking really vulnerable.
DFM are very much ready for any kind of aggro or proactiveness on the defense side every single time. Been very good at just holding like either I mean, a lot of times they've been doing a 4-1.
As compared to last week's game against RRQ when he was landing a lot of sheriff shots, making use of a lot of that Astra utility.
They're always so passive.
It's situated up all across the site, but more on A, and it's not really doing all that much. This time,
like this, just ready, nothing here. Okay, this might catch them off. KJ's gonna fight this. That's a nice start.
Finds the kill.
Knife went in close. Knife checks this corner as well, so they just felt like they could just solo, just go in, never had to worry about this corner because the knife didn't hit anyone. Good, but look at this reaction again. The calling and the reaction is great. The amount of times I've seen them take space and there's people like in the furthest possible position is it's impressive. They're gonna think there's one site here, so they're gonna have to do a full exec. Push him over towards spawn, and everyone's so far away that they wouldn't have heard the dog go this way, so they're not going to expect this person close. Oh my god, this could work so well. Or it could just get absolutely wrecked.
Rada finds one. Does not lead to a kill. Now the Cosmic Divide comes in, just looking to cut off main.
Ult goes in. They called about the ult. Everyone.
The swing out, the spray down. Looking for it, and Anthem has got it.
Just up by this one
spot. Oh my
crouches,
goodness.
Left clicks and
The
lets it go.
flash was crazy.
GENG funnel through.
Nice
the
plan
Valley
in the
of Death.
2-on-4.
And the
How on
open
earth
jaws
is
of
GENG
Anthem.
getting wrecked like
Set
this?
free, of course, from the back to support as well. I mean, that one Cosmic Divide was a bit of a good idea.
It was a
but
very
not
good
when
reaction. I
players
think
from
everything was good.
DFM
Even
are
pushing
up
to
that
spawn like
close.
this was a really
When they
cool
have that
idea.
much information thanks to the contact from Suggest earlier on.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my.
They have no idea.
No
Where
one
it's gonna
full,
be. I mean, look at the
yeah, no
pop-off
one
here.
full swing committed in
Jeffrey
terms
out
of
of
this.
his
It was a
seat.
great flash though. Like
For
these
very good
two,
reason, 'cause right now
these
they
two on
are
site played insanely well.
rinsing.
Oh,
GENG, Meteor, close rocket. We'll go ahead and get a little bit of revenge
yeah,
for
he's
Anthem
gonna have
and his
no idea that he put
antics in the last round.
yeah puts Zimbri down to
Solid
22,
start, but weapon unrecoverable for the
and they
ball.
have the
Push
op.
out.
Oh,
Not
sorry,
tries to
Marshall.
get the readjust, but doesn't get the kill. Just gets. Actually, I don't even know if this is his damage or the rocket's damage.
Has to be a rocket, but
Yeah.
you never know. But this is what I'm saying. GENG needs more information. And
They've
that's
been
what I
so
like seeing from
proactive.
PS
Yeah,
at
they've
the
they've
top of
always
the
had this
heat map right
information,
now.
but normally the
Calls out
fast
the other
reaction
side,
of coming
clear.
from
They know that it's more
destination.
likely
I
up
think this
around
is the
tree.
first time or one of the
Maybe
first
a main,
times
if
that
anything,
they
but
haven't
This is where DFM are setting.
they haven't really got info that they've pushed here.
Again, through the underpass they go. Meteor this time. Sat behind the box, but they're going to just walk across.
Are you
They're gonna go to Dish. They're going to do it again. They start running.
Time
Other
is
side of the map.
crazy.
Should have heard this though.
Astra's
on,
about to
TS.
meet everyone.
TS, he needs to hold
Keep
the
an
line.
eye on the
I need to
rotates once we
start.
get
No,
full
you
info
need
here.
a miracle, my friend.
Oh! Not
Fight
today.
out. King tries to delay.
20 seconds. This delay
Oh,
is
they've
good.
done good to get 2 people on the site.
It's working decently. Pop from Goddead as well. No
There's
command
3
now
people
running.
here. This is great. So far they can.
Have line of sight though. Flash in. Eco gonna find one.
Who's the
Eco
hero?
Take it down to the side. The spike gets dropped. Goddead gets 2.
Oh my
The
goodness,
Jet,
where are
however,
we?
still alive.
No time on
Drops
this
down.
one.
Only 4 bullets remaining. It doesn't matter.
Nicely done from
He
GENG.
was
Good
taken
information
low.
again and good
Eco
reaction.
Gets himself the final kill.
It's probably the first time that DFM
GENG
haven't been like super
and
fast
with a
reaction in
chance
terms of
now
them
to
taking
try to
map
turn this into
control.
a 7-5 half.
Risen from the grave with that Marshall. Where is that tissue maker? Here he is.
Yeah, I've been wearing it. That's why this has been closer, I suppose. He's not using the tissue.
Not yet.
It has to recharge, you know?
Yeah, you can't use it all the time.
Yeah.
But
Right,
4 to
let's see if they
7,
can
Seth.
get one
We're
more round.
closing towards the end of this first half. You want that
3
5-7
dots, thank you
still,
so
like
much,
what we
mate.
saw
Appreciate
from
it.
the previous
The
map. I
Prime,
believe
3
that's
dots,
one of the
welcome into the
factors
Slug
that
Club.
brought GENG over to
What?
the edge.
Little,
And now
okay,
the
little
timeout
attack
being
balls.
called
They
by
want to get the last
DFM
one.
because they want that 8.
Why do they keep talking
don't
about
mind this at all.
tissues? So God Dead
Got to. Might as
played
well.
Last
Go
Chance
ahead, use one
Qualifier. I'm not
right
sure
here at
when
the
it
end of
was,
this
but he
half.
played the Last Chance Qualifier
more
and he
time to talk.
performed like his best from what I
We're in
can
the
tell.
halftime
Again, I
if this
don't know
one
fully, but
doesn't go
that's
your
what
way.
people tell me. He
Go
played
ahead
like his
and establish
best
a plan
event,
for how you're going to tackle the
and he
pistol.
had like a nosebleed or a runny nose
With
or
a
something,
thrifty of all
and so
things that you just
he
lost
actually
to, I
had
mean,
tissue stuck
Alphophobia
up his
must be
nose.
thinking that
And
there
then,
might be
because he
some
had
things
his
about
best
post
game
plan that
there,
they kinda need to fix, or
Superstition,
some
he
things about
decided
how they've
to
been approaching the attacking side
always
thus
stick
far.
tissue up
Being
his
so
nose.
safe, so slow. It seems like GENG are trying
Until
to catch
this
up.
game.
They're trying to make some reads. And
This is apparently this is like the
being able
first time
to
that he's
come
played
in for the
without
reads.
the tissue. So he's
I
dropped the
saw
superstition
Means,
in theory,
launch.
and this is the
So
test.
I'm assuming that this.
If he can
I'm assuming
perform
that
without
the
the-
meaning in this
the
context
tissue
would be,
paper.
like take off or like go off, King.
Yeah, I think he's been doing it ever since,
So,
let's go.
to be honest with you.
but I only know the literal translation of it.
That's the same with me and
Tissue
Mandarin,
buff.
but
Yeah, is the tissue buff real
back
is
into
what he's putting
game,
to
and
the
that's
test
gonna be
today.
Same setup.
Playing alright.
A main map control.
But again, I haven't seen the Last Chance
Sometimes literal
qualifier, so I don't know
translations
just
give
how
you
well he played.
Some legendary
Maybe he's
things.
thinking
Literal
about it wrong. Maybe he
translations
needs
led
a
to unknowable
nosebleed
demon king
during the
Faker.
game. Maybe it wasn't the tissue, maybe it's the
Suggest.
nosebleed.
With the attacking off, finds one. Paint shells out. Dog will get the slow. And Suggests, okay, shot gonna go wide. Meteor given a second lease on life. Meanwhile, Pinch is starting to come through.
You never know.
The flash goes out.
Oh,
And they're just still
sandwiched.
all corralled here, but the pressure,
Don't
they
take
are
the
backing off on this. At least on the A side. Continues to re-swing out. Ends up falling. The heals are there, so the damage is undone.
They're incredibly proactive, GENG. Like, it feels like I'm watching Paper X.
I'm curious about this though.
Oh.
You saw it.
Oh, if he hadn't tapped the cam right in that moment,
Now,
may have been able to
Lock
make
them
that
in,
work.
3 people
fully
here.
aware that King's behind them. They're just gonna head forward into the site itself. Meteor trying to get away.
I mean, King's got to try to push into an off, but yep, there you go. There's the result of that one. Suggest takes him down. Meteor trying to swing
cover.
out, Suggest pulls the blades. And
Really,
goes from behind.
really bought his time for that one.
Now it's all on Eco. He will find one before
That
getting
nice
taken
half from
down,
them.
and there you go. The timeout for DFM, working a treat to get them the 8th round victory. Swapping sides now. Again, this is where the success.
Well,
sorry, I'm suggesting the mine as it turns out. The success was
Yeah, it
found
feels like Genji
widely
need a pistol
for
on
Gen
this.
G versus RRQ.
they had a good read onto everything that was going
DFM
on,
were playing.
so
I don't know if we're going to see a
yeah, good
similar
prep from
performance
them
or
as
not.
well.
Just chill, bro. But that is how they're playing. It's so chill, Seth. Off the timeout, you would think maybe they go in with some sort of a set play, some sort of a different approach. Instead,
Who's the tissue
they
guy?
just go
It's
even
God Dead.
slower. They just hide by attacker side spawn. Gen G pushes out, and of course maybe Rita gets caught out with the spy cam, but then they just, all right, we know where they're coming from. There's only one way forward. Let's just keep pushing it.
Well, I'm just giving the vibes right now, the smiles that have been on the faces of the DFM players. Feels like they stole the power of friendship away from RRQ. They figured out how to harness
Stole
it. Yeah. At least they've very much refined
Chat, one
it.
sec.
Yes.
It's gonna take off my hood. It's too hot, man.
Because, yeah, the vibes have been chill. Everyone's having a good time on stage, and they're looking extremely clean. For the Gen G fans watching, I will give you some additional hopium. They fell to Loud, 4-8, starting on the defending side, and they were able to run the map into overtime from there by replicating an 8-4 half on their attack.
It's not impossible.
The other detail to that story is that they lost in overtime, but that's Loud. This is DFM. There's clearly a slight difference.
Well, two very different teams. DFM, with the way that they've been playing so far, is such a stark difference with how slow and how controlled they are.
Yeah.
Gen G, I feel like, are kind of psyched out by this fact. But now that they're going to the attacking side, perhaps, just maybe, with Meteor and their set plays up onto the B side from last week, the way that he blast packs on towards B, with a lot of support from GodDead, they just might be able to turn things around.
Well, it all has to begin here for Gen G.
Achilles, yeah, he's really good.
A pistol win. Effectively is
Just
gonna
try
get
the
them
Japanese
up to
casting.
10
The Japanese
rounds.
casting is
Yeah,
crazy.
much closer to extending this.
They do
Third
try
and
cast all
final
the time
map.
that I really like,
Oh,
and like all
Suggest.
three of them bring hype. It's
Guy's
kind of
been
crazy.
popping off on pistol
Again, I
all day.
understand none of
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
but
it has widely been the ghost. Ghost with
when
quick
everyone's
tap,
shouting,
so taking damage
still
out of
pretty
response.
confident.
The swing, King
Uh-oh.
is trying to get on top of it, but Raiders everything covering fire.
dude, this poor
The
Astra.
protocol's looking pretty decent here for the side of DFM, but it still ends up being traded in the end.
This decision
finds
might
that.
just win the map.
Mine can come through.
We'll see.
And the split push works, but interestingly enough, Anthem actually, where is he going? Taking a long journey in for this retake,
Wait.
while his teammates just
Wait, what?
trying to bait out peaks, trying to peek out and find something, anything. Oh!
Oh, Eco, bound. Meteor, gonna hold. Right click into a headshot.
Pretty good damage.
Away.
He has a frenzy.
Looked at
Oh, yeah.
cool and God, that's
Crazy
trying to throw the
guy.
pop flash with a turn away. Suggest gets the headshot, and DFM will take the.
Just tried to take a timing on this one.
Really
Wasn't
good.
there.
Again,
That's
at the hands
both
of Suggest, of
pistols.
course, along with his
Gen G
teammates,
have not
that
been great
one little
pistols
bait
so far.
switch
3-1.
push, peeking out and then Reita to trade off of it. Something that surprised Gen G. Of course, both teams still sitting on their timeouts, and I'm just wondering.
He went around
is
the
there
world,
something
yeah.
that Bile
I was
can
wondering
say
what
to
on
them
earth
that
was
will
going on.
turn
I wasn't
all of this
expecting that
around?
one. Okay.
They're actually
They're trying to
forcing
erase
up
the
and back.
pistol round. They buy into this one.
Stingers in hand,
3
and
stingers.
This is a very.
So yeah,
big
it's all on
gamble.
this. There is a judge
Sure
over
enough,
towards
yeah,
B.
4-9.
I mean, lose
and they're
out
doing
here.
the,
That's DFM up to 11.
This is a
barring
nice
miracle.
hold.
They have pulled off Thrifties before.
You got the Cypher util. You got the Viper util.
The check back box. He jumps up over top, but it's straight
Nice
into
stun,
Takage,
but the
who
judge
of
just
course
kinda
has
owns
a
that.
judge.
Oh
Meteor
my.
dead.
Hello.
Good
Eco
damage.
stuck in the trap wire. The bite now on the stairs. He has tried to
Oi,
push up, and
oi.
Takage is just holding down the site. Goddamn, spotted, dead. Zenfrid finishes him off, and it's just King left. Trying to play out of tower. Identifies where Raid is at. Tags him up a bit, but cannot get the kill.
Well,
DFM.
that might have been the last chance on that one.
The anti-eco.
Didn't even get a plant for the extra money. Gonna have to eco with the 2,400 loss bonus. DFM have a good chance to take it to 11 and stack up a lot of cash.
GENG,
Das Nerf playing. Dude, the Viper's a good agent for it in theory. You can use the wall and the smoke, and you have the mollies if people really decide to send it.
And this gambit absolutely failed, flopped. Barring 411, like you mentioned, I don't know if these sheriffs from GENG are going to be able to do much.
And it's still
it's map dependent, Tomac.
1,000 on God
Toma,
1,100 here on Meteor. They get crept up pretty far and closer to the site. Spike's not retrieved yet, so they're not necessarily committed to this position.
Looks like they're on. Looks like they're on trim with that. Again, still like the setup, like the fact that they've changed all of these. Knife goes in, but still some trips here. Trip behind him, so he never has to worry, and he can just full focus on this one.
Well, that's it.
Well, he gets flushed over
That's
into TS's line of sight, takes him down with a headshot.
That's good. They can't get the spike plant now.
Yep, that's a trade. Now Eco does have that.
GENG pistol win was at 25% before this best of 3. Well, it's still at 25% then.
Is out. Or no, sorry, that's not. I found you, meaning is the trap. Misread the voice line. It's getting late.
Still the retake potential. The chest might just blow up. That TS's position.
I mean, what a turn away from that flash. TS now spotted, taking down front gen. King on site finds one, looking for a little bit more. Get it though. And Eco flushed out of there.
Right, let's see. GENG with the buy.
Into the fuse, they move up now to 11 rounds, 4 consecutive across both halves.
Sixth sense on these guys.
Remember to talk to each other out there. We communicate.
Really, really upset Coach Bile now.
Yeah, this timeout has to do miracles.
I mean, yeah, 7-round differential. You're going to have to climb so much. But I will say, it was kind of impressive how they actually managed to flush Takage out of tower.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
It's one little thing.
The rest of the...
Yep. It's like that
not so
pasta.
Good, as it turns out for GENG.
Fantastic team. They just got to work on their aim.
DFM and RQ have improved a lot since lock-in. It'll also be interesting to see like teams that have a good coaching staff, like the week in between and having demos. Like you're gonna see teams improving a lot for that as well. Like a lot of teams, like even NRG have gone out and said this. They're like they're okay in terms of like their own stuff. And like they're relatively good, like obviously, but they're best when they have like demos on people. So there's gonna be a lot of teams like that as well that kind of improve when they can have a game plan to like base off against the other person.
Besting RRQ.
So there's that as well.
Looking so very clean while they did it. A big part of that.
Thank you so much,
the thing that we praised
Penny,
over and over
with the
again
bunny.
Was
Chat, you know what to do. Let's get lots of slug approves in.
Making sure that he was flashed in, that he was, you know, had
the bunny has gifted a sub over towards Watchy.
I mean, we kind of likened him to, you know, the optics
Thank you so much.
And how they enabled him to just go ahead and pop off. We are not seeing that in this map.
Now,
nice
That might be the fact that GENG started off attack last week. This time around, starting out on defense, not the best look for them. I was hoping that they would do better on this side. They have the guns now, finally. Hopefully they can turn things around, starting with this round. Bit of a split map presence, bit on B, bit on A. But again, look at how disciplined DFM are being. So much sounds, but they're not moving at all.
It's so likely they jump peeks this as well.
Still on the judge, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean, why get rid of it? It's been working a treat.
Spike is in spawn.
Spike is still.
Call has not fully been made. They create a lot of pressure here.
Is likely piloting this up.
Okay, they're coming back to this.
they will just go ahead and start drifting
Oh
over
boy.
towards the heavier stack side.
They're gonna
They've just
giant.
been able to
Oh boy.
really garner
I mean, this
any
op should be able to own
information
this. 3-person stack here as well. The bait in for the Brim's gonna be pretty good. The time's low. Brim still has a smoke and an ult.
Oh, he's so close.
Yeah.
And it's just enough.
This is just gonna get
Got that
too
trying
much.
to get around that corner. Be able to get the knife safely
Look at
out
the
into
time.
sight. Can't make it happen. Push from Reyna. He's actually just gonna go ahead.
Oh my
that's
goodness.
the ult, and he gets the headshot on the
Brim ult.
eco. What
They
a
don't
play
even
from
need to.
Reyna.
They don't even need
What
to
a
Brim
round
away.
from DFM.
Dude, they're annihilating them.
And this
Hey,
map
nice
is
setup from them
over.
as
We
well.
are
Like
not
really
done
good
yet.
setup. This comp doesn't have any
Might
kind
as
of
well
like
be.
drone or anything to push
I don't
off
see
angles.
how
You just
you
have
can do
to
much
breach
given
stun,
your
but you
current
don't know where you're
economy.
breach stunning.
And
So
that
the op is
masterful
giant.
Cypher cage play, the setup from Suggest, everything along with it, the Guardian,
Kill
the
that second
neural
kill.
theft. Then Takaje just absolutely
I was sure Gen G
disgusting.
picked this map. This will become,
Well,
and again we can kind of keep stats on
vibes
this
from the
though, but
DFM
this will
camp
become more and more
continue to just
often
be
again. Like when teams have a whole
wonderful.
week to prep and they know what map they're going to be picking.
Just chill, bro.
if you're just
It
now
just means
tuning in, I
you
only
can prep
assume
real
that
heavy.
this is like when
And if you don't
Donald
change up
Glover
your
ran
own
into the
stuff,
apartment
what
with
happens
some
is
pizza and
a
community,
lot of the times you
everything's
focus
on
so much on
fire.
what you know their map pick's going to be,
As Goddamn
that you don't change up your own
just
stuff on
getting
your own
shoved.
pick.
A nice shot.
and it,
It's blinded.
it can
Covering fire
backfire.
from TS is good.
Okay.
8 chances into this one. Felt like they could close this one out. They carried on going aggro.
Reinforce his position. Suggest is okay. I'll wait here until the plant comes in. Do they read that somebody is above? So far, the answer is no. Anthem!
Holy hell, nice way to close this out. This was
put them in the
dominant.
dirt.
This was very, very dominant.
13-4. A dominant.
Double pistol as
Map
well
of
helped into this one,
fracture
but they looked way better.
from
They were all over
DFM
them in
taking
the buy
down
rounds as well.
Gen G on their
So-
map pick. The trend continues. Map 3 is going to be coming up, and that is going to be Pearl.
This is the darkest timeline for Gen G. But Anthem, just a single choke point turned into a choke hold with his spray.
It's
And once more
viable.
with how DFM
Infuriate's
have
a little
been
bit better
shaping
on
up thus far.